Yeah, good afternoon. One thing I want to talk about is I've always talked about this severally. I once talked about this here, but I want to talk about it again. This increased rate at which men do father children who doesn't belong to them, despite the fact that some of them got married to these women, some they cohabit, but at the long run, they claim to have children together, but at the long run again, we discover that these men are not the biological father of these children. Imagine somebody who is a man who did DNA for 6 children and none of these children belongs to him. What do we expect this man to do? So how do you want man to react to this kind of situation? Should we make it that the government should enact a law? Any lady that is caught in this act, because majority of them knew the secret, that this man who they claim to be the father of these children are not the biological father. So now what do we want this man to do? And if this man should take laws into his hand, it will become what? The person who is guilty at the long run, if peradventure it takes laws into his hand. So now in this kind of scenario, what is the government doing to help this kind of situation and in order to reduce it? Should there be a law that will be formulated for this kind of act? Any woman who is found in this act, if you carry out DNA and the man who you claim to be the father of these children, if he happens not to be the father, what should happen in that situation? In a situation now, even especially in this Buhari or Tinubu's administration now, from Buhari to Tinubu's administration, did you know what it is to raise a child? From antenatal to birth and raising these children, did you know what it is now? Come on, a child's milk, either 1, 2, 3 milk or ABC milk or whatsoever we call it, you know, I was informed it's 11,000 naira. Pampers, you know how much it costs, from 350 then to now maybe 5,000 now. Then if a man passes through this stage and at the end of the day it turns out not to be the biological father of this child, what is then going to happen? As a man, every day I hear things like this, it gives me a kind of concern. And from statistics in the recent time, we were made to realize that 1 out of 4 DNA turned out to be false. 0%. No paternity relationship between the child and the father, the acclaimed father. Now, in this kind of situation, what should happen to this man, both psychologically, mentally, financially, you know? So, is the government trying to help in this kind of situation, or do they want the man to take laws into his hand by doing anything he likes to the woman? And we see this kind of relationship. The men who are involved in this kind of situation do tend to love these children more, even at those who claim to be the biological fathers. So now in this situation now, what do you want the man to do? And that is why I'm coming up with this kind of content. My people, you can drop your comment at the comment section, your opinion. What do you want the man to do? Like a man, for example, who I said he got 6 children from a woman as claimed. And now he did DNA and turned out that he's not even the biological father of any of these children. Do you want to tell me that this woman don't know who is the rightful father of these children? You understand? The woman wants to make us realize that she doesn't know who is the father. And this is, I once said this here, and I told everyone and told the government, they should put a kind of law. Any child who is giving birth in an hospital, let there be a facility in the hospital where they can carry out this DNA as to reduce the trauma that people will go through. After training a child from primary school to secondary school and now you discover you are not the biological father, then what happens to you? Both mentally, psychologically, and morally. You know? So my people, we want to beg on the government once again. You know, we are always clamoring for this. Let them put facilities in hospitals where they can do this DNA at birth. Because if it happens to me to be a man now, and you told me I'm the father, then at the point of birth, we carry out this DNA. I quickly know I'm not the father, then I can move on. You can move on. Then you can easily trace the father of your child from that point. But after spending money, spending my time, spending virtually everything on this child, do they want me to kill that child because it's not mine? No. So then what happens? So I think the government needs to enact a kind of penalty on every woman who is caught on this earth, for them to what? To teach other women who is planning to do all this. And sometimes majority of these women are always fond of sticking glued to this person, despite the fact that DNA proves the man is not the husband. The man is not the father. So my people, kindly drop your opinion in the comment section. Thank you.